This weekend, August 19th and 20th, Bishop Persico has asked parishes to publish, distribute his third pastoral letter that he's prepared in preparation for the release of the preliminary plan for the changes that might need to take place in Erie County to better suit the needs of our church in the future. August 29th, pastors as well as leadership from parishes, and when I say my leadership, it basically is the president of the parish council, the finance council, some key staff, any clergy. We'll be hearing what the preliminary proposal is from the diocese, as well as what the diocese outlines for how we're supposed to proceed with getting feedback from parishioners and submitting our comments. As was done in our last round of strategic planning, individuals will have the opportunity to turn in feedback using a survey form that the diocese will provide. It'll be available either online for those who have computer access, and hard copies will be provided for people that want to go the old-fashioned route, and that gets submitted directly to the diocese. In addition, the parish councils will have to have meetings, presumably, with the parishioners to help discuss what the ramifications are, to review the proposal, make suggestions and recommendations that will go back to the diocese. The way that works is the parish councils will work with me as the pastor to submit a formal response on the behalf of our partnership. In addition to individual feedback from parishioners or parishes, we'll probably also have to be meeting with other parishes outside our partnership, presuming that the proposal will probably be asking for different lines or different levels of partnering or mergings of parishes as we streamline our operations to better suit the needs and resources that we have available to us. So on the 29th, we'll get the information. We'll be meeting with the parish council members in their entirety soon after that, and then devise a set of meetings and schedule some communications with the parishioners to figure out how to go from there. The hope of the diocese is that we can do all that and get our feedback, our formal responses into the diocese by a month's time from August 29th, so by the end of September. That's a bit of a challenge, but the reason I think that the diocese is pushing for that is recognizing that some of the feedback and some of the suggestions might warrant significant changes to the proposal, in which case they might need to come up with a second iteration of a proposal and go through that whole process a second time. If it's a case that the proposal is can go forward without too much change, then the diocese would be able to formulate a final plan on the first iteration. Time will tell if that comes to fruit. In either situation, the diocese is hoping that we can get the plan dialed in to call it a final plan by November of this year, where it would go before the Presbyteral Council or Council of Priests for approval. Then the diocese would unveil that final plan in spring of 2024. So the reason they're hoping to have some time between November, presumably, and spring is because even if we have the parishes identified and what the structure will look like, we still have clergy assignments that would have to be changed in accord with that as well. So the hope is the diocese will have a final plan to be unveiled in spring of this year, of 2024, and then the plan would be implemented hopefully by the summer of 2024. And as the bishop had stated in the last go-around, this is probably not the final plan. We continually need to grow and change as our needs dictate. And so even in the other deaneries, Bradford, Oil City, proposals or final plans were made for something in the near future, and then the recognition that as the number of clergy decline, and perhaps as the number of mass attendees decline, we might need to do further changes, and even those are kind of outlined a little bit as well. So this is an ongoing process, as the bishop has said in the past, expedited by a few different circumstances, but certainly necessary at this point. When it comes to changes, pruning, it's never comfortable, but most organic systems, most living systems respond quite well by pruning things that are not of use or are not healthy anymore. And if we are able to redirect our resources in a more productive, more efficient way, it's a more ethical, more moral responsibility for us to do that as well. So stay tuned. We'll give you more information as we get it.